I'm Alex Radical from Board Game Co.
And I am Ricky, and today we are reviewing 2 expansions for 4 Shuffle.
We are reviewing Alpine and Woodland Edge, the 2 current expansions. I don't think there's more. There might be more. I know there's other 4 Shuffle variants coming out. I think Dartmoor is coming out as a standalone game. But for right now, we are covering these 2 expansions. Also, this might be the shortest review video that is ever on the channel. We shall see. Because we're not going to talk about how to play 4 Shuffle. Hopefully you already know if you're here for these expansions. Both of these expansions add more cards to the game. We have a bunch set up on the table, but we will not be showing you card by card. They basically add new cards to the game. And we're just going to tell you whether we like the new expansion, all that kind of stuff. So, Ricky, do you like the new expansions?
I love the new expansions.
Oh, I should start with this. Let's make the review a drop longer. Do you like 4 Shuffle?
I love 4 Shuffle.
Yes, 4 Shuffle is a great game. You can check out our review on this already on the channel. We're both huge fans of the game. Think it's a lot of fun to basically build out your trees, slot cards to the top, bottom, left, right, and then try to figure out the maximum way to optimize your score across it. Both of these expansions add new cards to the game, which you can mix and match in different ways. You can have a certain amount of cards that are pulled out of the game to make sure the game's not too long, but in general, you're just adding more variety to the experience.
Yep.
And back to the question I asked, how do you like the expansions?
I quite enjoy the expansions because they had many new things. They had a bunch of birds and there was a bunch of animals and stuff, but that's pretty normal.
We have an extra butterfly over here.
Yeah, we got two new butterflies, which excites me because I quite enjoy the butterfly strategy. And we got a whole new card type, the bushes.
Yep.
And the bushes are really fun.
You can slot things behind them like trees, but they don't act as trees otherwise, so they're like half trees effectively.
Yeah. And I do quite enjoy some of the new plants that have been added. Like these are the ones I actually really like. The Genetian and the Stinging Nettle, which give you points per butterflies. And I really enjoy the Stinging Nettle because it helps with my favorite strategy, and it lets you put an infinite number of butterflies on whatever this is on.
Yeah. The biggest compliment I can pay to the expansion is that, first of all, the cards are satisfying. Like, I don't ever want to play 4 Shuffle without these cards because, like what Ricky said, I find it blends very nicely into the core game in terms of it doesn't feel... Sometimes when you have a card-based engine and you add expansions that give more cards, sometimes the ratios feel off. It feels like it's just the game's built a certain way but not working with the new stuff. None of that's true here. These cards all work seamlessly with the expansion. It really delivers an excellent experience, offers new strategies, offers you ways to build into strategies you've already been doing, and overall, again, biggest compliments is I like the new cards and it seamlessly integrates. I only have one complaint personally, which is the nature of the expansion and removing cards means that if you are someone who's like trying to be mindful of how many of each card there are and you're like, oh, well, there's a certain number of lizards that I need, it does mean that there's more randomness. There's always going to be randomness in 4 Shuffle as to what cards don't show up because of the variable endgame, what cards are buried under that 3rd winter card. But now there's even more cards that might not show up. So if you are someone that's a big fan of trying to be mindful of getting certain cards that you know exist, your chances of that do lessen because of the cards removed from the game. Outside of that, to me, it's a great expansions. No new rules, just new cards.
I mean, I feel like a very simple solution that would be like the multiplayer, like in a lot of games where it's like you add or take away cards based on how many players there are, and it has a little thing in the middle that says, and you have to put like something on the back of a card that's like, do not take this one out. So you always have at least one of each card in there.
And of course, if you are someone that just likes playing long games, you can just add however many cards you want and just see how far you can go.
You can do that.
Overall, what are your final thoughts on 4 Shuffle with these expansions?
I enjoy it even more considering my favorite strategy is to put a bunch of European hares on that tree that gives you points per having a card on it, and the European hares that you stack on slots. So now that I got the Stinging Nettle and even more butterflies, I can put an infinite number of butterflies on the same tree.
And then an infinite number of hares on the same tree, technically, too.
On both sides.
Yes. It's a little fun.
It's really fun.
For me, final thoughts-wise, 4 Shuffle with both expansions is an easy 4.5 out of 5. I think they're not essential. I think 4 Shuffle is great on its own, but if you are a fan of 4 Shuffle, I definitely recommend picking up both of these, integrating them, throwing away these boxes, and never bothering to separate them. That's what I'm going to be doing. And you?
I really enjoy these. I half the time I don't even remember what's part of the expansion and what's not because they match so well. And I'm assuming you only kept the boxes because we had to do the review.
That's exactly correct. Yeah. In any case, until next time, I'm Alex Radical from Board Game Co.
And I'm Ricky.
And have a good one.